Harry owned 17 different dividend investments. His spreadsheet looked like a disaster. His tax forms? Even worse. And his actual returns? Mediocre at best. What if I told you he could have done better with just 4 ETFs? Most investors think more dividend funds equals safer diversification. They're wrong. You're actually diluting your returns, complicating your taxes, and losing track of what you actually own. Today, I'm breaking down 4 dividend ETFs that cover every strategy, every sector, and every investor type, from conservative to aggressive, from quarterly to monthly income, from stability to growth. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which funds belong in your investment portfolio and why you probably don't need anything else. But first, quick disclaimer. This isn't financial advice. This is educational content about dividend investing strategies. Your situation is unique, so always do your own research or consult a professional before making investment decisions. Here's what we're covering. The defensive dividend aristocrat fund that survived every recession. The monthly income machine that pays like clockwork. The growth-focused option that compounds your passive income for decades. And the high-yield covered call strategy that generates maximum current income. 4 funds, 4 different purposes. 1 complete dividend strategy. Let's start with the problem most dividend investors never talk about. You open your brokerage account and see 15, maybe 20 different dividend stocks and funds. You bought them all for good reasons. This one has high yield. That one has good growth. This other one someone recommended on Twitter. But here's what actually happens. You get overlapping holdings across funds. You forget why you bought half of them. Your tax reporting becomes a nightmare. And when it's time to rebalance, you avoid it because it's too complicated. Harry experienced this firsthand. At 35, he thought diversification meant owning everything. He had dividend aristocrats, high-yield funds, REITs, international dividends, covered call ETFs, and individual dividend stocks. His portfolio looked impressive on paper. In reality, he couldn't tell you his actual yield, his sector exposure, or his total expense ratio across all holdings. There's actually a mathematical reason why 4 is the sweet spot for dividend ETFs. You get complete sector coverage without significant overlap. You maintain simplicity while covering every major dividend strategy. And you can actually track your financial goals without a PhD in spreadsheet engineering. The first ETF is for the defensive investor, the one who wants reliability over excitement. The investor who needs to sleep at night knowing their dividend income isn't disappearing during the next market crash. NOBL. The ProShares S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats ETF. This fund holds 71 companies, not just any companies. Companies that have increased dividends for 25 consecutive years or more. Think about that requirement. 25 years of consecutive increases means these companies paid and raised dividends through the 2000 tech crash, the 2008 financial crisis, COVID, every recession in between. They're battle-tested, they're boring. And that's exactly the point. The yield sits at 2.06% annually. The expense ratio is 0.35%. You're getting quarterly dividend payments of $2.12 per share annually. The top holdings include C.H. Robinson at 1.95%, Lowe's at 1.74%, and AbbVie at 1.71%. These aren't speculative growth stocks. They're companies with fortress balance sheets and shareholder-friendly management. NOBL has delivered 55.91% total return over 5 years. Not explosive, but consistent. This fund has paid dividends for 11 consecutive years without interruption. When Harry was 35, he ignored funds like NOBL. Thought they were too slow, too conservative, too boring for someone building wealth. At 45, watching his tech-heavy portfolio crater during market corrections, he wished he'd built this foundation earlier. Because the companies in NOBL don't just survive downturns, they often thrive during them. But NOBL has a problem, and if you only own this fund, you're leaving significant income on the table. That 2.06% yield is safe, but it's not building serious passive income streams. And here's the bigger issue: quarterly payments. If you're trying to replace your salary or generate monthly cash flow, Quarterly dividends don't cut it. You get paid 4 times a year, which means budgeting around dividend income becomes complicated. You need monthly consistency. You need higher yield without sacrificing quality. And that's where the second ETF completely changes the game. DIVO. The Amplify CWP Enhanced Dividend Income ETF. This fund pays monthly. That alone makes it different from 90% of dividend ETFs out there. But the real story is the yield, 4.52% annually, more than double NOBL. And you're still getting S&P 500 quality companies. How does DIVO generate that kind of yield from blue-chip stocks? They use a covered call overlay strategy on top of quality dividend payers. Essentially, they're collecting premium income from options while holding stocks like Apple at 5.40%, JP Morgan at 5.01%, and Microsoft at 4.94%. The fund holds 40 concentrated positions. The expense ratio is 0.56%. You're paying $2 per share in annual dividends, distributed monthly. Here's what that means in real numbers. $10,000 invested in DIVO generates roughly $452 in annual dividend income. That's $37.67 per month. $100,000? $4,520 annually, or $376.67 monthly. That's grocery money, car payment money, real passive income you can budget around. DIVO has delivered 90.07% total return over 5 years. That's better than NOBL, better than the S&P 500 in some periods, and you're getting paid monthly while it happens. Remember Harry's 17-fund disaster? Half of them were attempting to do what DIVO does alone, generate monthly income from quality companies without taking excessive risk. But here's the catch. Both NOBL and DIVO are income-focused. They're designed to pay you now. And that's perfect if you're in or near retirement. But what if you're 40, 30, even 50 with 20 years until you need the income? You don't just want income now. You want income that compounds for decades. You want your dividend checks getting bigger every single year. Neither NOBL nor DIVO is optimized for dividend growth. That 2.06% from NOBL and that 4.52% from DIVO? Those numbers might stay relatively flat over the next decade. This is where the most popular dividend ETF in America comes in. And the numbers explain why. SCHD, the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. Let's start with the expense ratio. 0.06%. That's not a typo. 6 basis points. You're keeping more of your money than almost any other dividend fund in existence. The yield sits at 3.80% annually. Not as high as DIVO, higher than NOBL. It's the sweet spot for dividend growth investors. But here's the magic number. 10.38% 5-year dividend growth rate. Your dividend payment from SCHD isn't static. It's growing at over 10% annually. The fund holds 103 quality dividend growers. Top positions include AbbVie at 4.13%, ConocoPhillips at 4.10%, and Chevron at 4.07%. These are companies with pricing power, strong cash flow, and commitment to returning capital to shareholders. SCHD has increased dividends for 13 consecutive years. The annual payout is $1.03 per share, paid quarterly. Let's run the math Harry should have understood at 35. Say you invest $50,000 in SCHD today at 3.80% yield. That's $1,900 in dividend income year 1. But if SCHD maintains its historical 10.38% dividend growth rate, here's what happens. Year 2, you collect $2,097. Year 5, $2,974. Year 10, $4,934. Same $50,000 investment. Your annual dividend income more than doubled just from growth. That's the power of dividend growth over compound interest. You're not just collecting checks. You're building an income stream that outpaces inflation and grows your purchasing power. SCHD has delivered 79.25% total return over 5 years. Lower than DIVO, higher than NOBL. But total return isn't the full story with dividend growth funds. The real return is the increasing income stream you'll live off for decades. Now we've covered 3 funds: defensive stability with NOBL, monthly income with DIVO, growing income with SCHD. These 3 cover 90% of dividend investors perfectly. But there's a 4th option, and it's not for everyone. If you're willing to trade potential upside for significantly higher current income, if you need maximum yield right now, if you understand the risks of covered call strategies, then this fund delivers numbers that seem almost too good to be true. SPYI, the NEOS S&P 500 High Income ETF. The yield is 11.73% annually, nearly 3 times DIVO, almost 6 times NOBL, more than 3 times SCHD. You're getting $6.12 per share in annual dividends, paid monthly. That's $0.51 per share every single month. $10,000 invested in SPYI generates $1,173 annually. That's $97.75 per month. $50,000? $5,865 annually, or $488.75 monthly. $100,000? $11,730 per year, nearly $1,000 per month. That's life-changing income for someone who needs it now. How does SPYI generate 11.73% yield? Covered calls on the entire S&P 500. The fund holds 511 positions, essentially owns the whole market, then sells call options on top of those holdings to collect premium income. The expense ratio is 0.68%. Highest of these 4 funds, but justified by the active option strategy. Top holdings include NVIDIA at 7.72%, Microsoft at 6.74%, and Apple at 6.71%. You're getting exposure to the best companies in America while collecting massive premium income. But here's the trade-off you need to understand. SPYI won't capture full market upside during explosive bull runs. Those covered calls cap your gains. In a raging bull market, SCHD will probably beat it on total return. But if you need $11.73 per $100 invested annually, nothing else in this safety tier comes close. SPYI has still delivered 65.78% total return over 3 years despite paying out massive distributions. The 1-year total return is 15.33%. You're not sacrificing everything for that yield. You're making a calculated trade-off. Harry's 45 now. He finally understands allocation. His current strategy? 30% SCHD for dividend growth and long-term compounding. 30% DIVO for monthly income he can count on. 20% NOBL for defensive stability during corrections. 20% SPYI for aggressive income generation. That allocation gives him monthly cash flow from DIVO and SPYI. Dividend growth from SCHD. Defensive positioning from NOBL. And he can track it all on one page. His taxes simplified. He knows exactly why he owns each fund. And his income? Actually increased compared to his 17-fund mess. 4 ETFs. Each serves a specific purpose in your investment strategy. Want defensive reliability that survives recessions? NOBL gives you battle-tested dividend aristocrats at 2.06% yield with 0.35% expense ratio. Need monthly income from quality companies? DIVO delivers 4.52% yield paid 12 times a year with S&P 500 holdings. Building long-term wealth through dividend growth? SCHD offers 3.80% yield that's grown 10.38% annually for 5 years at only 0.06% expense ratio. Want maximum current income with calculated risk? SPYI provides 11.73% yield monthly through covered call strategy. You don't need 20 funds to build a dividend portfolio. You need the right 4. And now you know exactly which ones those are and why they work together. If this breakdown helped clarify your dividend strategy, hit that subscribe button. We break down investment research and portfolio building every week. And drop a comment. Which of these 4 fits your financial goals? Let's talk about it.